Great Friday evening to you folks. I want to thank all of you and let you know that 4 months ago today, I put my first video up. That was March 21 of 2017. And I appreciate all you that have subscribed, and I hope that those of you that haven't subscribed will subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. This week, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday, I was talking to a friend of mine, Nikki, at work, and she wanted me to do a video or 2 or 5 or whatever for people that do not have outdoor cooking access. In other words, they don't have grills or pits or whatever, but they have a stove and they have an iron skillet and they have different things. And she wanted me to show a way that she could, in her apartment, cook a really great steak like she'd have in a restaurant without all the outdoor grill stuff. And I thought, you know what? I've done that in the past just for fun, and I'm going to do it again tonight. I bought us a really special steak from Texas Slabs. It's about a 3-pound filet mignon. And I'm going to do it Chateaubriand style, and that's kind of like a butterfly style steak. And I've done this before on an iron skillet. It's come out really delicious, and I'm going to do this for her and for anybody else that wants to watch. And I appreciate you taking time to watch SteenSmokeHouse. So in a moment, I'm going to show you our Friday night project. So, to keep this more affordable and kind of in harmony with doing it inside in an apartment, in a skillet, or you know, any way you have to do it, this is a USDA choice, all natural Texas beef filet mignon. It's 2.88 pounds, and I'm going to cook it Chateaubriand style and do it in an iron skillet and finish it off in the oven. So in a moment, I'm going to cut it open and clean it and get it ready to cook Chateaubriand style. Stay tuned, please. So I've left us with about a little over 2 pounds of our steak. I'm going to butterfly it, which I'm going to cut it this way, and then fold it over and season it and get it ready to put in our iron skillet. This is really a beautiful cut of meat, and even though it's not prime, it's choice, I'll tell you what, you won't be able to tell when we're done. So for those who like it more rare, we'll have this side. For those who like it more done, we'll have this side. I'm going to season this with Lobel seasoning, a little bit of salt and pepper, some ghee butter to cook it on the iron skillet, and a little bit of garlic. So this is the rough cut of steak. Be right back with you.
Applying a light coating of olive oil to help our seasoning stick to it and to help it cook in the iron skillet.
This is actually a little bit of Lobel's, their like signature seasoning. When I have it around, I like to use it just for another little bit of character to add to whatever meat I cook, especially if I'm going to do it in the oven. So I'm not going to put a whole bunch on there. But I am going to put our usual salt and pepper mixture on there. I've already put olive oil on here, so I'm going to do this much, and that's it. We're going to make this real simple and really easy to do, especially if you don't have an outside grill to cook it on. So I'm going to let this sit, come to room temperature for a while, get our iron skillet ready, and then I'll be right back with you. I'm heating up one of my larger iron skillets on my stove top. I'm going to let it get to temp. I'm going to add some ghee butter to it. Thank you, Greg, for that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in it and let it heat a little bit more salt and pepper, and then I'm going to put our steak on there and cook it on both sides until it's done probably about 1/8 of an inch deep. And then once I get it to that point, I'm going to finish it off inside my oven. This ghee butter is cool stuff. I've kind of laid a little like surface out there. I'm gonna let this sit there for a few seconds, put our garlic on there, and then steak is gonna go to town. I'm using minced garlic because I had some. I didn't have any garlic cloves. And anyway, I don't want this to burn, so I'm going to cut the fire off. I let it kind of sit there and flavor our butter surface. And now I'm going to put our steak on there. This is a really beautiful filet mignon. Chateaubriand is kind of like you see, it's like a steak for two. Gosh, what else can I say? In a moment I'm going to cook the other side and then finish it off in the oven. It smells amazing. That ghee butter with the garlic in it, just a hint of everything. A hint of salt and pepper, a hint of ghee, a hint of garlic, and a little bit of low bells on there for character. It's going to be awesome, folks. That is looking just right. We're not going to burn it or sear it or charcoal broil it. All I'm going to do is put a little character on both sides of it, and then in the oven it goes. And when it goes in the oven, it'll cook these other parts like this. This part, like I said, is going to be like for folks that like it more well done. This is going to be for folks that like it less well done. I'm going to go ahead and divide this. This part is very much less done than this part, but gosh, they're really great. Anyway, I'm going to cut this over here, put this on the bottom, this on the top. Now we're cooking it like a roast. It's really nice. Everything's tender and juicy. I'm going to like flip this over, let this part cook a little bit more, then it goes in the oven.
I preheated our oven to 400 degrees. You can just leave it in the skillet, take it off the top of the stove, put it right in there until it's done. Real easy to do. Filet mignon's always going to come out a little more pink than you might be used to, but this is done exactly the way I wanted it done. If you want it done more, obviously cook it longer. Less, cook it less. So I love it this way. Thanks so much, Nikki, for the idea. I sure enjoy preparing this steak for everyone. And thanks again to Scott and Justin and the folks at Texas Slabs.